Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. So my name is Amanda if you guys are new here, and I'm a 24-year-old married cash budgeter from Texas. Ignore my allergies, it is rainy today and I'm so excited about it. I've always wanted to film in the rain. It isn't currently raining, but I promise I can hear thunder. It's only not going to be fun if my power ends up going out. Anyway, in today's video, we are going to be doing my week 2 cash stuffing for the month of June. If you guys want to see the breakdown of the money that we're going to be stuffing today, definitely check out Tuesday's video. My energy was not the best in that video, but I still wanted to post it for you guys. So there you can see how we got all of the numbers that we will be stuffing in today's video. So we're going to go ahead and quickly do a cash count. I did actually post a cash count of this on Instagram and TikTok. So if you guys are interested in a more ASMR type cash count, then definitely follow me over there. I love those videos from Yancy and I wanted to try my own and it's just so fun to film. So we have $50 and $100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 20, 30. Actually, this has to go in the back. So 230 to 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, $300. 301, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So $325. We should have $338, but 13 of that has already been set aside into our baby binder. So I'm just now realizing I did not bring my wallet in here, but let me actually go quickly grab that. Okay, so as always, we are going to start with my wallet, but I do actually have some coins this week, which is like pretty crazy because I feel like I don't have coins very often anymore. So we're just going to unstuff those super quickly. Okay, that should be all of the coins that I have. If you guys are curious as to where I got that leaf bowl, I actually got it from Marshall's in the spring, like several years ago now. So the first thing we're going to be stuffing is gas, and this is going to get $15. I did break my envelope. Don't pay attention to her. I am getting new ones from Planning Rissa. They're going to be like cardstock envelopes. I'm actually really excited to get those. So I'm just going to put the money in here because it really doesn't even matter. So next is going to be fun, and this is going to get just $10. So actually, I wonder if I could fit it like this because these look wider. No, I can't. Okay, that's okay. Okay, so we're going to be putting $10 in fun. Ignore my nails. I did take off, obviously, the acrylics that I had. And then the last thing for my wallet will be $20 for my husband. And I will give him that as soon as I'm done filming this video. Okay, so now we can move into everything else. We are going to start with my pet binder. So I did want to kind of shift. Why do I always say that? I always say wanna kind of. But is that even like correct? Anyway, I wanted to switch the way I do my budget with me's, where I prioritize my pet section right after doing my wallet. I feel like that's something that I should have been doing to begin with, but I just didn't. So this is me changing that. Cats, they are going to get $5. So we're going to add that in here. I think I want to swap their envelopes out from zipper to something else, but I don't know because I already put stickers on these. So after cats, we next have emergency, and we have a bunch of fun stuff going on in here because not only do we get to color off another space on our $600 tracker, I did also add a mini challenge into a variety of different envelopes to signify that these are ones that I want to be coming back to one, complete the challenge, and two, make sure that I'm actually stuffing money in there. So we're going to be adding $8 in here. So that is a 5, and then actually I'm going to grab some pretty ones. 5, 6, 7, and $8. So before we count this, well, I guess we can just count it first. We have 50, 70, 90, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 2, and 3. So $103 in here. This is from Savvy Budget Babe. It was a digital download of like 99 different trackers, I think. Maybe even more than that. I don't really remember anymore. But this reads $80 and we have 103. So we can color in another $20 space. So let's pick out a marker and do that. So this one just has 20s and 30s, which is why it takes me a little bit to actually be able to color anything in on here. But we can do a $20 space this week. And then we are going to go to this mini challenge from the Humble Budgeter, and we're actually going to cross off the 2 and the 6 because that is our total of the $8 that we did today. So I'll just use this little Sharpie pen. Okay, so we have a 2 and a 6 that we've already done, so I went ahead and crossed those off. And when we're done with this little one, it'll save us $50. But again, the goal in here will be $600 at least. And we are $103 in. So we still have a long way to go on this, which is why I need to make it a priority. I don't know why I don't already do that. So next we're going to be stuffing pet food. So this one also has a little savings challenge in here. This one is from Chatty Cathy Budgets. And we're putting $10 into food. So that is going to be 2 little bumblebees. I probably should have just kept my pen out. So we have 1 and then 2. I decided to add these little challenges because I love watching other cash stuffers have like a savings challenge binder with just a bunch of minis, which for today's video, that isn't necessarily something that I can fit in. So I was like, you know what, let me just add these into, again, categories that I want to make sure I'm circling back to. The next thing we're stuffing is preventions. This will be getting $13. I have yet to take Wanda to get her heartworm test renewed, but her actual heartworm test usually doesn't get bought until around like the 20-something of the month. So I do still have time to get her in for her vaccines and all that good stuff. So in preventions, we now have 100, 110, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, and $41. So 141 in here, which is really nice. She has $20 in her sinking fund, and then we do already have money in vaccines, so we should be covered. She's been sitting on the same $20 for so long, you guys. I need to go buy her another bag of treats. She has treats, but we don't give them to her often, because she got into one bag of treats one time, ate the whole thing, and we ended up with like a $500 vet bill. So I just get really nervous about even giving her one. So next we're going to go into my sinking funds binder. We're not doing too much in here, but we are stuffing a couple things. Hi everyone, Editing Amanda here. So I wanted to include this clip early on in the video so that these resources can reach the max amount of people who may need them. If you guys consume media in any regard on any platform, you should understand and know the current state of America and what is currently happening. I do want to say that I do not agree with this in any way, shape, or form. I do not agree with the way in which immigrants, regardless of their legal status, are being treated. Therefore, down below in my description box, I'm going to have links to 2 different resources, both of which provide their information in both English and Spanish. There are going to be links to Instagram infographics, but I did check using my computer, and you guys should not need an Instagram account to access these posts. So the first one is going to have information on what to do in the event that you have a loved one get detained by ICE. The second resource is going to have information on how to identify ICE vehicles should they be in your area. Lastly, I want to say that if you guys are going to be going out this weekend to exercise your right, please stay safe, please look out for each other, and remember why you are there. I do appreciate those of you who are going to make it out there to use your voice to stand in solidarity with those who are affected by what's currently going on, as there are some people who may not be able to make it out there or simply don't feel safe leaving their houses. I do also want to say that in most cases, silence leads to compliance, and if the least you can do is share resources on your social medias, that is more than enough in my opinion. Just because the situation does not affect you does not mean that it isn't important and that it isn't wrong. And if you're wondering why I feel so inclined as to share these resources, I want to quickly inform you guys that my mom is actually first-generation American, and this channel would not exist if it weren't for my grandparents immigrating directly from Mexico over to Texas. That's all that I have to say for you guys. Definitely check the resources down below. If you all have any other resources that you think would be good for me to include down below, please just message me on Instagram or send me an email, and now we can continue with the video. So first is going to be Christmas. I use a savings challenge from Lily Budgets, but I do use this as a roll and save. So if you guys want to see me get my numbers for this, definitely watch Tuesday's videos. We are going to be stuffing $5 into this challenge. Well, I guess this envelope. So now in here we have 100, 120, 140, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, and 62. So $162 for Christmas. That is not all on just this little challenge. I have used a couple now, I think, or maybe just, I don't know, how many challenges have we done? We did one from Nori, and then we're doing this one. So the next and last thing to get stuffed in this binder is actually going to be Disney trip, and in here we're adding $15. So I'm going to grab that before I forget. So 15. And for this one, we are using a savings challenge from Budgeting on a Budget. She is so lovely. She has had a bunch of new releases, you guys. If that is something that you're interested in, check out her Etsy shop. She did also give me a 20% off coupon code for you guys that never expires, so you can find that in the description of my videos. And make sure to bookmark it if you're going to go shop. That way you can save some money. So we're adding $15 in here. We're slowly going to start chipping away on the second of the 2 trackers because this one, we're a good way through it already. So we need to kind of focus on this one next. So let's go ahead and see what our updated total is. The placeholders represent money that is actually on a gift card. It's not in the bank. It's just right here in the other envelope on a gift card. Before I count this money, just some quick questions that I get often. This new cash tray is from Savings with Grace over on Etsy. I did actually purchase one to give away to you guys, and I'm very excited because it's already on the way. And then these stitch placeholders can be found on my Etsy shop as a digital download. Okay, so we have $300 and $400 on gift cards. Then we have $50, $60, $70, $75, $80, $81, $82, and $83 in cash. So once this reaches $100, then I will purchase another gift card. I like to do that because once you get a Disney gift card, that money can obviously not be spent anywhere else but Disney. A little challenge that you can do is like every time you enter Target or Walmart, wherever they sell a Disney gift card, you have to buy a gift card before you leave. I only ever did that once. Like I tried that for our trip like in 2022, I think it was. Or I don't even remember when I went. Was it 23? It might have been 2023. Whenever I would go to Target, I would not be able to leave until I bought a $25 gift card. So the next thing we're going to do quickly is going to be my baby binder. So there are $13 in here that was missing from the cash tray. I do like to set it aside before we even sit down to film, just so I know I have the best looking ones for this binder. So what I like to do is I have a paper clip, and that marks where we left off last time. So this means that our money ended at the envelope right before it, because I do disperse $1 per envelope and I keep going until it's all gone. The only exception is medical. That one will be getting $2 when we pass it instead of just $1. So I do actually have these envelopes available for purchase on my Etsy. You can buy the exact categories that I have as a digital download. That way, if you just want to print and cut them and then put them inside of envelopes you already have, you can do that. And then I have the physical envelope option like this available as well. If you guys missed it, I'm having an Etsy clear out sale because there are a bunch of designs and savings challenges that I will not be bringing back to my Etsy shop. So this is just me letting you guys buy them at a discounted price before they're gone forever. Usually I would just delete them, but I know some of you had these items in your carts. So I wanted to make sure that you had an opportunity to buy them before they were just gone. I do have a couple of new releases sitting right next to me actually, that I'm really excited to come to the shop. I did kind of sneak peek them on Instagram, but I put like a black overlay on it so that you couldn't really even see what was going on there. But some of you actually paused to look and you know exactly what's coming, so that's exciting. So our last dollar is going to be put into childcare, which means we're going to start on emergency, which honestly isn't that where we started today? I think that's where we started today. So that's actually going to be it for baby binder. I do total this up at the end of every single month. We go through the individual envelopes, condense, and then see what we have in each category. However, after every single week, I do add exactly what I stuffed, so I know what's in the binder as a whole every week. Okay, so before we move into the other binders, here's a quick look at some of the new releases that I already have made. So I'm going to have two different lines. One line, right now I have movie challenges for, but I don't want to do just movies. So this collection of challenges, or version of challenges, I guess, will have a blank version, a low income, and a high income total. So it's going to be the same exact challenge, just 3 different ways. So right now I have a Rapunzel themed one, and then I have a Haunted Mansion themed challenge. So after that, I do have another line that'll be coming called Budget Bucks, and these will be savings challenges for specific categories. So right now I have a book themed one, I have self-care and travel. These I am like absolutely obsessed with. Don't get me wrong, I love the movie ones as well. I love movies, so I feel like it's just kind of a no-brainer that I'm gonna love those. But I really like the way that these came out. I tried to choose amounts that I think like make sense for what the category is. So I'm obsessed. If you guys have any categories that you want to see part of the Budget Bucks line, just let me know down below. And I can try to do that. I don't know when these will be releasing. I think it's going to be sometime this month, but my clear out sale ends tomorrow, so that's when I'll actually delete all of those items. And honestly, probably sometime next week, depending on how quickly I can design the rest of the things that I want to release as well. So now we can move on. We're going to go into my purple binder, and I actually have a few things getting stuffed in here that like never get visited. So the first thing we're going to be jumping to is actually haircut. And this one got a completed savings challenge, so that's where we got the money for this, and it's going to be getting $12. So we have 10, 11, and 12. So now in haircut he has 10, 15, 16, and $17. We need to figure out how much this is going to cost us now, because I think the barber that he's been seeing for probably over 2 years now actually moved or is moving to New Mexico. So I don't know what he's going to want to do, like if he's still going to want to go to the same like shop that he's been going to, or if he's going to just want to find somebody else. So next will be school. This is for Jordan, and we're going to be adding $4. I did put another mini challenge in here, and this one is actually from my Etsy shop. It is part of the August 6 mini challenges that you can get. So we're going to just do these two $2 spaces. So if you guys did not know, I do quarterly releases of like mini and tiny challenges that have to do with the month and the season that they are made for. So it's a set of 6 for $4. They're non-laminated. They're like just, I guess, meant for like mini Mondays or whatever you want to do. But they're some of my favorites and I never really get to use them, so now I do. And we have $20, $30, and $31 in here. Oh, actually, I didn't even add the $4, did I? Okay, so maybe that would be nice. We have $1, $2, $3, and $4 going into his school envelope. So now we have 20, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, and 35. If I did, I really don't think I added them. But if for some reason I did and I'm not remembering, even though there was not 4 $1 bills, then I know where I messed up. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this back. Giveaways is gonna get $5, so we now have 10. So this is gonna help me cover shipping for the Savings with Grace giveaway. Even though I do a bag in a box method, so I'm not gonna pay more than $5 to ship this cash tray. But just in case it's here. So next we have Happy Mail. This is going to get $5 as well. It was supposed to now have a total of 15, but I did have to pull 5 of this for a custom order that I did. So there is $10 in there. We're going to be skipping HP Instant Ink. I did buy that subscription finally, and then memberships will be getting $5. So we have 6 in here. I had downgraded one of my memberships to save myself money and then saw that Toria's Budgets opened hers. So I of course had to buy that. So this went right back up. Then that is actually going to be it for this binder. Well, actually, I'm lying again. So taxes, this is going to get $96. I talk before I even know what I'm trying to say. So $96 for taxes. Yeah, this is Etsy taxes. If you guys did not watch my budget with me, this decreased significantly because I did make an estimated payment. So 50, 70, 90, 95, and 96. So now in here we have 100, 150, oh actually I never count with the placeholders, but well, it's a little bit, so I guess we can. 100, 150, $200, 20, 40, 60, 65, 66, 7, 8, 9, and 70. So $270, 270. Okay, so $270 is in Etsy taxes. We are now going to be saving for quarter 3. So whenever I paid my quarter 2, like, because that was the deadline that was coming up or is coming up, I just essentially gave them all that I had saved. Oh my gosh, look, this is a star note. Too bad I don't collect those. A lot of you guys are probably like screaming at me in the comments. I can't collect them because if I save that, I don't got $50 to pull for that for something else. Yeah, all that to say, I drained my entire taxes savings account and gave it to the IRS. So next we have my annuals. See, this is an example of like colorful envelopes, vellum wise, that I like. They're still minimal, but they have like color on there. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing my personal section, I think. So that means if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me over there because I declutter and let you guys claim items for free. So we're going to be stuffing budget planner. We're going to add $2 in here. So I do buy my planner next month in July, and we have 50, 70, 80, 81, and $82. I am going to have to get a 17-month planner just so after the year of 2026, my next planner will actually start with January because right now I have an August start planner and it's annoyed me for so long. We're going to skip all the way to medical, vision, dental, which is actually a new category that I added. If you guys saw all the cuts that I made just to finally make it to this envelope, like how many times I retried to just get here, you'd probably laugh at me. So we're adding $5 into this category. This is essentially just going to be copay money for these categories whenever we like go to these appointments. So the last thing in here to get stuffed is going to be vaccines. This is for my animals. This will probably all be gone with Wanda, and we're going to add $2 in here. Luckily, the place we go to, it's a low-cost vaccine clinic. Then we take those records to Wanda's actual vet because I'm not going to pay like $150 for the same things to get done at her vet. So in here we now have 20, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, and $52. So $52 in vaccines. Wanda has 20 in her cash envelope. So that's like $72 that we can use for her just for those appointments. And then of course her prevention envelope has money to cover the actual preventative when we're actually able to get it. So the reason we need to do like a whole vet appointment for that as well is because she gets heartworm, flea, and tick prevention. But in order to get medicine that has like heartworm preventative inside of it, you need like an actual vet prescription for it. Okay, so the last thing that we have to do are my savings challenges. And I'm going to be honest, it's going to be like a lower week for this binder, but what matters is we're still coming in here. So we're going to be starting with Disney icons as always. And we are starting my Up theme challenge. So it's called Adventure Awaits, and there it's a total of $13 in here. We're going to add $4 today. I'm going to use a blue marker, yeah. So let's color this blue balloon. And this is literally the last tracker in this savings challenge. And once we're done with this, we're done with the whole thing. So I'm going to grab $4 more. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, let's see what our new total is in this one. So this total, or this challenge saves you a total of $439. When we are done with it, I'm only going to have half of the challenge because the other half went to travel to fully fund it, which I needed to do because we bought our flights this month, so I needed that money like now. So now in Disney icons, we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 2, and 93. So $193. And we have just that left. That's crazy. 26, and then we're going to be done completely with Disney icons. I'm so excited about that because then we can work on budget roundup. So next is going to be my monthly challenge. This one is for the month of June, and we are just doing $5 in this one. I was going to try to do 25, but it just was not working out for me. So we're going to do $5 into this one. This is a digital download that I purchased off Etsy from a different shop. If you're interested in it, it should be linked down below in the description. I always say that, and then you guys look and it's never there. So just tell me if it's not, and then I can add it. So we have $10, $15, and $20 in here. So this money goes into my month ahead envelope, which now I just save in one spot versus having a binder for it. So before we do my 100 envelope challenge, we're going to quickly do my long-term savings. So that is my 16 different challenges that we're just trying to get through this year. So the next one that we're on is this Fox challenge. It saves us $120, and we're just going to be adding 4. But again, what matters is that we're showing up, not what we're putting in. So $4 is going to be going into this one, and let's just quickly grab that. We have $1, $2, $3, and $4. I'm just going to add that to the back of this bag. The amount of ones in here will reduce significantly once I pull out my money for all my savings challenge videos, because this is where I buy those $1 bills from. So now we can come back to our 100 envelope challenge. So if you guys remember, last week I did actually host a giveaway to give one of these to you guys. So if you're interested to see who won, check my community tab. That is where I announce my winners. And the winner will have been chosen by the time you're watching this. So we're going to pull out section 1, and we can just get our money too. So what we're doing today is going to be $65. Yeah, we're going to do 65, which is this circle right here. So this is my version of the 100 envelope challenge. I did 4 different sections and broke them up to where you have pretty low numbers to like the higher end with like a good middle. So it's not like one card where essentially every space is like $80 or $100. So we're going to be doing $65 in here. So my goal was to be bringing $140 to this challenge every single week, which obviously did not happen last week or this week. But like I always say, what matters is that we're here and that we're trying. So we're adding $65 in here. Wow, wait. Why is there an extra 5? Oh, we didn't stuff debt. Okay, well that's in this binder. Okay, we can just do that. $65 for a total of $165 for my 100 envelope challenge. So I can just put this back. So there are, again, 4 different sections. It does come with this checklist. Since you can go in any order that you want, these are like the individual section totals. It's not like your progress towards the one, towards the $5,000, if that makes sense. So there is this one good to go. And then let's quickly do debt because I forgot about her. And this one is just getting $5. So we can go ahead and we'll do this one right here instead of the little beach ball. So $5 going into debt. This is the summer card. This is available on my Etsy shop. So there's now $15 in here. And yeah, these are all the numbers that we rolled for this card. If you purchase this, the boxes, they're for you to roll a dice and get like whatever numbers that you want to, depending on the dice you're using. So that is how you use that one. With that being said, you guys, that is going to be all for today's cash stuffing. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching today's video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big old thumbs up, subscribe, and comment down below if you guys have not already. Make sure to hit that bell notification so you never miss one of my uploads. And I love you all. I will see you tomorrow for Freebie Friday. Bye.